The necessity of paradigm shifts. Albert Einstein's widely cited maxim, "We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them," serves as a profound critique of human cognitive habits. At its core, the statement highlights the intrinsic link between a problem and the systemic framework or mindset that birthed it. When a crisis arises, whether in personal relationships, corporate structures, or global ecosystems, it is typically the byproduct of existing assumptions, limitations, and blind spots. Therefore, attempting to navigate out of a crisis using the exact logic that led into it is a futile exercise. True resolution demands a fundamental paradigm shift, requiring us to discard outdated frameworks and approach challenges with a renewed, divergent perspective. The trap of habitual thinking lies in its self-reinforcing nature. Human beings and the institutions they build naturally gravitate toward cognitive shortcuts and established routines. When an issue develops, such as environmental degradation from rapid industrialization or a bottleneck in an outdated business process, the initial instinct is often to optimize the existing system rather than question its foundational premises. However, applying more of the same logic only manages the symptoms while allowing the root cause to fester. The thinking that created the problem is inherently flawed or incomplete for the current reality. It possesses the very blind spots that allowed the issue to manifest in the first place. Overcoming this requires an active effort to break free from systemic inertia and confirmation bias. To achieve the breakthrough necessary for genuine problem solving, one must embrace cognitive flexibility and interdisciplinary thinking. This often involves a rigorous process of unlearning, letting go of deeply held beliefs or established best practices that no longer serve a productive purpose. By stepping outside the immediate context of the issue and inviting outside perspectives, entirely new pathways emerge. For instance, the transition from fossil fuels to renewable energy represents a necessary shift in thinking. Rather than figuring out how to extract and burn finite resources more efficiently, the new paradigm asks how to harness infinite natural forces. This level of innovation is born from intellectual humility and the willingness to ask questions that challenge the status quo. Ultimately, solving complex problems is less about applying raw effort and more about cultivating a new vantage point. Einstein's insight remains a timeless reminder that evolution, both intellectual and societal, requires us to constantly transcend our past limitations. If we remain tethered to the methodologies and mindsets of yesterday, we will inevitably replicate yesterday's failures. Progress is inextricably linked to our capacity to imagine beyond our current boundaries, proving that the most powerful tool for solving the challenges of the future is the willingness to change our minds today.